Talented, beautiful, modest singer-turned-actress Aaliyah. Aaliyah Dana Houghton was born on January 16, 1979, in Brooklyn, New York. On August 25, 2001, at 6:50 p.m., she had a flight scheduled the following day. But with filming finishing early, Aaliyah and her entourage were eager to return to the U.S. and made the decision to leave immediately. The designated airplane was smaller than the Cessna 404 on which they had originally arrived, but the whole party and all of the equipment were accommodated on board. The plane crashed and caught fire shortly after takeoff, about 200 feet (60 meters) from the end of the runway. After Hankerson signed a distribution deal with Jive Records, he signed Aaliyah to his Blackground Records label at the age of 12. Age Ain't Nothing But a Number was released under her mononym Aaliyah by Jive and Blackground Records on May 24, 1994. The album debuted at number 24 on the Billboard 200 chart, selling 38,000 copies in its first week. It ultimately peaked at number 18 on the Billboard 200, and it was certified 2 times platinum by the RIAA to date. The album has sold over 3 million copies in the U.S. In Canada, the album was certified gold by Music Canada for 50,000 copies in shipments. In 2014, Vibe magazine estimated that the album had sold 6 million copies globally. On her second film, Queen of the Damned, she played the role of an ancient vampire, Queen Akasha, which she described as a manipulative, crazy, sexual being. British dancer, actor, teacher, mime artist, and choreographer Lindsay Keith Kemp died in Livorno, Italy, on 24 August 2018, aged 80. David Houghton, his closest friend and collaborator for 45 years, said Kemp had remained busy and active right until the end, saying he suddenly said he felt ill, and a minute and a half later he was gone. Kemp was born in Birkenhead, but grew up in South Shields, near Newcastle upon Tyne. During the early 1970s, Kemp was a popular and inspirational teacher of dance and mime. Kemp's film roles include a supporting role in the Kate Bush short film The Line, The Cross and the Curve, 1994, a dancer and cabaret performer in Derek Jarman's Sebastian, 1976, and Jubilee, 1977, respectively, a pantomime dame in Todd Haynes' Velvet Goldmine, 1998, and the pub landlord Alder McGregor in Anthony Schaffer's The Wicker Man, 1973. Kemp was gay. He had an affair with David Bowie, and their friendship was highly important in Bowie's artistic development. He left England in 1979 for Spain and then Italy. By 2002, he had homes in Rome and Todi. American-born French actress, as well as singer and dancer Marpessa Dawn, is best remembered for her role in the film Black Orpheus, 1959. She died at US 25, 2008, both from heart attacks. She was 74 years old at the time of her death in Paris and left 5 children and 4 grandchildren. Born on a farm near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, of African American and Filipino heritage. At the age of 24, she won the role of Eurydice in his film Black Orpheus. The film won the Palme d'Or at the 1959 Cannes Film Festival and the 1960 Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. 5. She married Camus, but divorced him soon after and married Belgian actor Georges Eric van der Elst, whom she met when they appeared together in a play at the American Center in Paris. They had a civil ceremony held in secrecy. Considered a great beauty, she was featured in November 1959 by Ebony and has been hailed as one of Ebony magazine's prettiest cover girls, along with the likes of Dorothy Dandridge, Halle Berry, Vanessa A. Williams, and Lena Horne. Dawn remained in Europe, working in French films and television. She also had several theatrical parts, including a starring role in Cherry Noir, a highly successful stage comedy which played for 7 years, touring France, Belgium, Switzerland, Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco. American actor, playwright, and screenwriter. Best known as Henry Biesmeyer in Alice Marvin Wilbur Kaplan, died of natural causes in his sleep on August 25, 2016. He was 89 years old. Kaplan was born on January 24, 1927, in Brooklyn, New York, the son of Dr. I. Kaplan and his wife. Kaplan is probably best known for his recurring role on the sitcom Alice, where he portrayed a phone lineman named Henry Biesmeyer, who frequented Mel's Diner. He was with the cast from 1977 until the series ended in 1985. In 1987, he reprised his role of Choo Choo for Top Cat and the Beverly Hills Cats. At the same time, he actively returned to voiceover acting, playing roles in shows such as Garfield and Friends, Real Monsters, Johnny Bravo, and later, The Garfield Show in 2011. Kaplan was the commercial spokesperson for the American Colonne de Love. In addition to his role on Alice, he played Mr. Gordon on Becker alongside Ted Danson. Like Reagan, Warren Hollis, Holly Allen Bain, February 18, 1918, August 25, 1995, was an American actor of primarily Western films and television. A native of Los Angeles, California, Reagan had intended to become a big band musician. He instead found work at the age of 15 as an office boy at MGM and thereafter as a makeup artist in film and television. In 1951 and 1952, he was cast in 5 episodes of the syndicated Western television series, The Range Rider. About the same time, he appeared in 3 episodes: The Tax Collecting Story, Mexican Rustler's Story, and The Doctor's Story, off another syndicated Western series. Reagan appeared in 1954 in 4 episodes: The Dry Creek Case, Trails Westward, The Wrong Man, and Trail to Bordertown. Off The Adventures of Kit Carson, a syndicated Western series. Ruth Hampton, 74, a former beauty queen who appeared in 1950s motion pictures, died Thursday in Merriam, Can, according to her son, Gregory Hampton Palmer. He did not give the cause of death. Born April 25, 1931, Regina Ruth Jane Hampton grew up in New Jersey and became a dancer. She performed with the Philadelphia Civic Ballet and New York's Radio City Music Hall Rockettes. The winner of several beauty pageants, she was crowned Miss New Jersey in 1952. After participating in the Miss USA pageant, Hampton moved to Hollywood to become an actress. Her looks made her a natural for Hollywood posters, which are still sought by her fans. Among other films, Hampton appeared in the 1953 Western Law and Order, starring Ronald Reagan and Dorothy Malone, and in the 1954 comedy Ricochet Romance, starring Marjorie Main and Chill Wills. She moved to Kansas in 1999 and at the time of her death was known as Rain Clary. She moved to Kansas in 1999. At the time of her death, she was known as Rain Clary. She was married to Robert L. Clary, Randall A. Wood, and Byron Palmer. Truman Garcia Capote /Capote/2, born Truman Streckfus Persons, September 30, 1924, August 25, 1984, was an American novelist, screenwriter, playwright, and actor. Several of his short stories, novels, and plays have been praised as literary classics, including the novella Breakfast at Tiffany's. Capote began writing short stories from around the age of 8. In 2013, the Swiss publisher Peter Hogg discovered 14 unpublished stories, written when Capote was a teenager in the New York Public Library archives. Random House published these in 2015 under the title The Early Stories of Truman Capote. In June 1945, Miriam was published by Mademoiselle and went on to win a prize, Best First Published Story, in 1946. In the spring of 1946, Capote was accepted at Yaddo, the artists and writers colony at Saratoga Springs, New York. Random House, the publisher of his novel Other Voices, Other Rooms, See Below, moved to capitalize on this novel's success with the publication of A Tree of Night and Other Stories in 1949. In addition to Miriam, this collection also includes Shut a Final Door, first published in the Atlantic Monthly. A Christmas Memory, a largely autobiographical story taking place in the 1930s, was published in Mademoiselle magazine in 1956. It was issued as a hardcover standalone edition in 1966 and has since been published in many editions and anthologies. Capote died in Bel Air, Los Angeles, on August 25, 1984.